Night Patrol, colder than a witch's titty. I'm calling this one. Like last night, it felt like Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Tonight, it feels like, let's see, it's November. So this is what Minnesota, southern Canada should feel like right now. Pretty unusual. Especially considering last night was Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Like, it was weird, man. It made me start listening to Jimmy Buffett music and painting girl shit in the back of my car. Kind of fucking badass, though. I did a whole pirate radio thing. Apparently, you can't do that. Like, I figured you couldn't, but like, I was getting away with playing songs on the car radio, so I don't know. I kind of figured maybe they were just desperate for money. Thing I like about a cold night like this, I'm not gonna see a soul out here. It's 3 a.m. I'm wearing a sweater and a cowboy hat. I'm walking all sexy. I usually, when I go walking, I walk a loop. I don't think I'm gonna do that tonight because it's a little chilly. But yeah, I don't know. The only reason that the chili bothers me is I have to hold your fucking camera, and I just had to switch hands once. I should have brought gloves. But that's what you should get, is I'm pretty cold tolerant, and it's only been 2 minutes, and I need gloves. I'll be good. Like, it's uncomfortable. It's not frostbite. And like, this is the thing that, like, with what we're going to be going through, some of you guys don't have enough winter training. I love winter gear. I love camping in winter. I'm a weirdo. It's wet. You got to get over that. And you know, I wouldn't bring anything terribly electronic unless it's just something you got to have. I always wanted to go build an igloo. One thing I think is funny is most people look at me and think I'm fucking useless. As soon as the temperature drops below 60, I'm a different human being. I need it to be cold. This is in a nutshell why I think I'm gonna move to the Arctic. Like, seems the thing to do if you like it this cold, right? I basically can't feel my left hand at the moment. But that's one of those things that, like, I know that I can take it and tuck it into my fucking pants and back up. And I know that I'm not gonna be out here that long, because I know I can just walk home. I think this is the fastest I've ever walked this, though. I have been losing a lot of weight. I haven't done a loop in a long time. I usually just walk back and forth. The loop I have is about a mile. Honestly, it might be the fact that it's fucking freezing, because with body fat, you tend to overheat. Like, that's your, you know, what do you do about that? You can be a toned athlete or whatever. Like, with these cold snaps, I'm gonna start exercising more. Maybe I just like watching, what's his fuck? The Prepared Homestead with his walking videos. Sorry, I'm like trying to stretch and walk at the same time now. This is the stuff that, like, you know, I normally can't just walk in my neighborhoods like this anymore because of all the crazy meth heads. Now it's just me. I like the Prepared Homesteads videos. I just don't care for how literal he takes some parts of the Bible. You know, it's like, God, man. You do get, like, the Romans and the Greeks and a few other people got in that book and fucked around, right? Oh, I should go walk in hills more. I think my issue is just because some Satanists are gay does not mean that all gay people are Satanists. Like, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of, like, you have your clique and your tribe and you don't like gay people, so you stay the fuck out. It hurts, man. It really fucking hurts. It really hurts when everyone on the right does that to me. Okay? I'm sorry that you don't like people having guns. Like, that's really what it comes down to. You don't like people like me having guns. If you don't like the right for me, then you don't like it for anybody. You know? Fuck you. There's a whole bunch of people that are like, well, what about those crazy kids that are shooting places up? Maybe they should have some fucking gun training and counseling in the schools. Maybe the goal should be to make these men warriors and not fucking sheep. Like, that's what I see. I see that they're trying to make everybody fucking pacified fucking sheep that can't resist. See that, and it pisses me off something fucking fierce, to be honest. I don't know how you could not be pissed about that. It's like, we need a warrior culture. That is my main bitch about the world that I grew up in, was that on one hand I was being fed this Marine Corps warrior culture that I had to kill and I had to be a killer and I had to do all this shit, And at the same time, was not being allowed to get in fist fights at school. And if I got caught fighting, it was punished. And it made me good at being sneaky. So in a way, thank you. That's some like ancient Sparta training. To have to fucking figure out how to hurt your enemy when you can't punch him. It makes people fucking animals. It makes people fucking... It makes people a tiger locked in a box. That's what it does. Like, if you don't train people how to handle that, they end up doing bad shit. My grandfather is the only reason that I am not in prison or dead. He trained me how to handle it. Okay? It's one of those, feed your demon things. Some of us got a demon, I guess. I don't, might as well call it that. Curse of whatever nature. We're cursed with the knowledge of the true nature of the universe. That's what I think it is. The things that my grandfather taught me was basically to take joy in life, to love life, and to make art, and to work with your hands, and to do all these things that they don't want you to do because it frees you from them. Being able to literally make your own shit frees you from them. Be a maker. Go make something. Anything. Stop being someone that goes and buys shit. It's so fucking annoying. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some things you gotta buy. But like the van is dope as fuck to take a fucking junker and figure it out. And all of you who don't think it is, your grandfathers would have. Your grandfathers all think you're weenies for driving perfectly pristine cars that the fucking Democrats are okay with. Because that's what it is. I got the fucking stink eye from some lady at the fucking bank today. It's because my fucking car was painted. Like, fuck that bitch, you know? Just because you think you know everything about a fucking person by the way their car looks, well, fuck you. You know? Like, this is why we need some, like, old school 1960s biker culture thrown into the Republican shit hardcore right now. And that's some fucking John Milius Red Dawn shit. A lot of people don't realize when he got hired by the studios, he told them all he wanted was gold, guns, and motorcycles. That's how he wanted to be paid. On women. Lots of women. Man after my own heart, really. I think this is why I don't get along with the other trans women. So they don't really like men. I like men, I just don't like to get attached to them. They're kind of a liability, really. I know, it's like anything else. If you could get one that would work. But like, if I'm gonna have someone that doesn't work, I'm gonna have a girl. There's no offense. Maybe that's just, my bisexual nature. It's nice to have something nice to snuggle with. It is. Honestly, in some ways, the perfect relationship is like two women and one man. One extremely horny man, let's put it that way. Which most men anymore are not high enough testosterone to be extremely horny. I don't know what's up with that shit. That was a fun walk. Probably do more of those as it gets colder, because I just don't like walking in the heat, to be honest. Mainly because that cold drives off the other fucking people. It's awesome. I kind of noticed how alone we were tonight. Not to mention it's 3 a.m. too, but here lately at 3 a.m. there's been a lot of people roaming around. My neighborhood is relatively nice and safe. So like a certain type of homeless person roams around here. It's kind of why I'm glad to see the winter coming. It's going to chase a lot of this south. Texas, I feel for you. You're about to get overrun. Texas is going to be the homeless camp of the world now. They are the only ones still making money. And they have warm enough weather in the winter to winter there without a house. Like, just a week or two ago, had we done that walk, we would have seen a few homeless people, or at least other people walking around at 3 a.m. So like, you can make your own assumptions. It's cold enough tonight that like no motherfucker that does drugs is running around out here. Well, except Ray Ray. But like, you know, I'm a different type of animal. That's half of it too, is like I'm feeling more myself just because it's cold outside again. Forgot how much I fucking hated the heat. Feeling it come back like that all of a sudden, it makes it like clear that has been an issue. And who are we? Well, I'm gonna go see who that is with a gun.